Welcome to This Explainer. Have you ever felt a sudden jolt of panic when you look at the clock and see a very specific, repeating number? Or maybe you've wondered if the universe is trying to send you some kind of ominous warning. Well, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're breaking down a fascinating spiritual philosophy from our source material that takes a notorious cultural superstition and flips it completely on its head. We're going to explore a deeply structured way of looking at these so-called omens, transforming them from sources of fear into incredible, tangible opportunities for your own personal growth. So let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The fear of the number 4. 2. The fourth dimension explained. 3. The hierarchy of the spirit world. And 4. Nature's cosmic curriculum. All right, let's jump right into section 1, the fear of number 4 and its heavy cultural stigma. So this entire philosophical breakdown actually kicks off with a really distressed questioner from our source material. This person was suddenly seeing the number 4 everywhere. We're talking up to 10 times a day. Culturally, they were heavily conditioned to believe this meant impending doom. Things like canceled business contracts, funerals, or even a direct omen of death. Imagine the sheer exhausting panic of just looking at a digital clock or catching a license plate in traffic and thinking the universe is out to get you. Now, the root of this terror, it's not just some random superstition, it is deeply linguistic. In the Korean language, the number 4 is pronounced sa, but unfortunately, the Sino-Korean word for death is also pronounced sa. Because they sound exactly the same, this automatic psychological trigger completely links a simple digit to the end of life. That is a massive, centuries-old cultural stigma attached to a single number. But here is where the spiritual teaching we're examining today offers a radical, game-changing pivot. It neutrally suggests that seeing the number 4, or honestly any repeating sign, isn't a curse at all. It's not a punishment, and it's definitely not a bad omen. Instead, it's a direct prompt from the universe. It's essentially a cosmic push notification, letting you know that it is time for you to begin studying something very specific. The universe isn't threatening you, it's literally handing you a syllabus. Which brings us to section 2, the fourth dimension explained, where we completely redefine reality. This teaching cleanly splits our existence into distinct dimensions. You've got the third dimension, that's our physical, living, human world. It's the tangible reality where we operate with physical bodies. The fourth dimension, however, is defined as the energetic realm of departed spirits. So if the universe keeps showing you the number 4 over and over again, it's literally prompting you to study the fourth dimension. It wants you to understand the spirit world. And this builds into a really fascinating logical hierarchy of existence. Step 1 is the second dimension. Think animals and plants. They are driven by earth and sky energy, but crucially, they don't possess an eternal human soul. Step 2 is the third dimension. That is us, humans living with physical bodies and souls. And then step 3 is the fourth dimension, which is the exact realm human souls enter once they are freed from the physical body upon passing. Now, here's the absolutely crucial concept, the coexistence of 3D and 4D. This philosophy explicitly states that these dimensions aren't separated by some massive, impenetrable wall. The third and fourth dimensions coexist simultaneously. The human physical realm and the spiritual realm overlap and interact continuously in the exact same space. The living and the departed are basically side by side all the time. So, let's move to section 3, hierarchy of the spirit world, and look at the actual mechanics of the fourth dimension. Okay, so every single human soul enters the fourth dimension upon shedding their physical body. But here's the major twist in this philosophy. Not all spirits are equal. The fourth dimension isn't just some flat, uniform waiting room in the sky. A spirit's status, their power, and their role in the afterlife are entirely determined by how they lived their life back in the 3D world. This introduces us to the concept of Daishin, which translates directly to great spirits. These are the top-tier, highest-ranking entities in the fourth dimension. But they didn't just get lucky or draw a good straw. They earned their elevated position through profound personal sacrifices and significant contributions to human society while they were still alive in the 3D world. Because they elevated human consciousness, they retain immense capability in the spirit realm. So you have this really stark contrast within the spiritual hierarchy. On one hand, you have low-level spirits. These are souls who lived entirely selfishly, basically wasted their 3D opportunity and contributed nothing to society. On the other hand, you have the Daijin, who were selfless and dedicated their energy to helping others. And remember, because our dimensions overlap, these spirits are constantly trying to connect with living humans. These great spirits are actually organized into a literal pyramid structure based on their earthly expertise. It's fascinating. At the base, you've got sales spirits. They assist humans who are doing high-volume, foundational, ground-level work with the general public. In the middle, you have enterprise spirits who are helping out those with moderate, higher growth interactions. And at the very top, business spirits. They guide humans who might meet very few people, but who make massive decisions with the absolute highest societal impact. It is a highly organized, purpose-driven spirit realm. All right, on to our final segment, Section 4, Nature's Cosmic Curriculum, which is the actionable philosophy. Here is the big core takeaway. This teaching frames the entire universe as an intricate, flawlessly designed research lab. Everything around you, I mean literally down to a single microscopic bacterium, is placed in this environment specifically for your education and your growth. We are the students, and the natural world around us is our ultimate curriculum. Let's quickly break down the rules of this cosmic classroom. First off, every natural occurrence around you is a study topic. Absolutely nothing is random. Second, repeating numbers or weird signs, those are direct cosmic prompts. It's the universe highlighting a subject for you. Third, as we've just learned, seeing the number 4 simply means it is time for you to study the 4th dimension and understand the spirit world. And finally, and this is key, overcoming your baseline superstitions and actually studying these prompts is exactly what leads to true spiritual power and capacity. The teacher and the source material offers this incredibly empowering reframe for the terrified questioner we talked about earlier. They advise, do not fear the number 4. Say, thank you for the study. Instead of cowering in fear when you see what society labels a bad omen, you should replace that cultural superstition with deep, genuine gratitude for the lesson that is actively being handed to you. So what is the actual practical methodology for handling any perceived bad omen moving forward? It's a simple 3-step process. Step 1, recognize the sign neutrally, entirely without fear. Just observe it. Step 2, accept it as your personal, targeted study topic from the Cosmic Research Lab. Step 3, dive in, do the research, and elevate your spiritual understanding. By doing this, you instantly stop being a victim of superstition, and you become an active participant in your own evolution.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought to really chew on. The universe is constantly communicating with us, offering a highly structured curriculum for those who are willing to look past their initial fears. So I have to ask, the next time you encounter a so-called bad omen, will you let cultural conditioning make you fear it? Or will you accept the invitation, say thank you, and study it?